Hello, hello, everybody. Hi, guys.
What's up? How's it going? Thank y'all for coming.
Hey.
I think I shake my head at Calvin at the beginning of every show. That's how we start the show.
Man, what you drinking, Calvin?
A little bit of wine, man.
Oh, man, is that some Cabernet right there?
I don't know what it is. My wife bought it.
Man, is it gonna be that kind of show?
I don't know.
Oh my god!
Well,
What's up,
hello,
Froggy?
everybody. Froggy's here with us. I want to say thank you, Anthony. We really appreciate you coming and hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody is rolling in the chat. I was not building the suspense, I promise. I hope everybody is doing good tonight. I will, I guess, go ahead and introduce myself just in case you guys don't know me. I am the Nurse Flipper, and I will let the guys go ahead and introduce themselves. We'll let Anthony go first. Froggy Flips is our special guest tonight. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, it's amazing. I don't know how he comes up with it because I don't have that kind of creativity, but he does. So, Anthony, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Anthony. I have a YouTube channel called Froggy Flips where I talk about reselling and do stupid things, write stupid songs, and just come up with weird ideas. And people seem to enjoy it for the most part. And once that starts getting on people's nerves, I might switch it up, but it seems fine now. So having a good time. So thank you for having me.
No problem. Eeny, meeny, miny. Chris, Calvin.
I'll go. Again, my name's Chris. I am Flip with Chris. My YouTube channel and my Instagram is that, Flip with Chris. I'm a part-time reseller in Georgia. I'm a full-time job as a network technician for my county school system. And right now I'm just working from home. So it's been nice to be at home with all the kids and stuff like that, but I'm ready to get back to work. I'll be honest with you. But I want to appreciate Froggy being on tonight. I know he's a busy man. He's always, he's got news. He does the news. I want that to be a weekly night. I want it to be like a nightly show. I don't know if we could do that or not. That would be great.
That'd be exhausting.
Your news is better than the news I'm watching on TV these days. So we definitely need that, and we appreciate you doing that. But thanks for everybody for being here, and for guys that are in the chat, definitely make sure you send questions. And if we don't answer them, repost them just because the chat will go fast. Thank y'all.
All right. My name is Calvin. YouTube channel, The Kelly Hustle. Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff, The Kelly Hustle. Been reselling now for a little over a year. Just started reselling full time, but don't let the full time phrase fool you because I'm not making near as much money as a lot of people out there, but it works for me. I just started my YouTube channel just to kind of, show people and let people in on my journey and everything that goes into reselling and entrepreneurship. And hopefully I can, help people along the way. And, I've already met a lot of people that I've learned a lot of stuff from. So it goes both ways. So I'm here to learn. I'm here to help, here to have fun and make some money.
Well, I wanted, I know Chris wanted, and I hope you don't mind, Anthony, like, do you mind talking, like, how is Amazon right now? Are you doing, like, fulfilled by merchant to replace your FBA, or do you still have stock in FBA? None of us do. I have some stuff in Amazon, but I haven't shipped in like 6 months. It's been a while for me.
Yeah, I mean, luckily before kind of the shutdown thing, I was pretty much doing like probably 4 to 5 shipments per week for like several weeks in a row. So that, I mean, I'm glad I did that because I didn't used to do that. So things are still selling weekly, not necessarily a lot per day, but like the weekly averages have still been okay. So doing okay that way. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing more of the merchant stuff too. Certain things seem to fly off the shelf, others not so much, but yeah, just a little bit of both really. But yeah, so far there's still enough stock in FBA that I'm not scared yet. So.
Okay. I wonder, they probably, I would think, because some places are starting to open up, so hopefully they'll start accepting some shipments in soon.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed like some things say that I can replace them. So
Okay.
So I think I might be able to do certain things. I'm just not sure if it's enough to worry about right now.
Right. Yeah. If you still got stock going on, I think it's okay. I've got books from 6 months ago that are like randomly selling for $40.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm barely holding a balance. So I'm at the point I have to decide if I want to continue doing Amazon FBA. I've never done merchant fulfilled. I kind of like the send it away and forget about it kind of thing. But
I mean,
I haven't done.
The merchant stuff feels pretty much exactly like eBay. I mean, you might take a little picture, you might post it up, and you ship it off, and it feels like you're doing eBay as far as that goes, I think.
Now, hey Anthony, so I think if I remember right, you said that don't you have a facility right pretty close to you?
Yeah, there's one about probably 20 minutes away from me.
When you do your shipments, do most of those get routed to that one, or is it kind of sporadic?
Most of them get routed there, unless it's like oversized, or if I have like tons of thing, then they'll kind of get split up. But most of them go there, but they don't actually ship out of there. So
okay.
So then they like disperse the stuff throughout the country. Like it never stays there. So it gets there overnight, but then it might take a week to get where it's actually going before.
So when it gets to that facility near you, does that mean it's already live within Amazon, or has to wait to get to that next shipment to the next facility?
It'll show that it's live, but it'll say that it is back ordered.
So, I gotcha.
So it shows that it's actual inventory, but it'll tell people that it'll be in stock on May 15th or whatever, and then it might show up on May 8th. So
gotcha. The reason I asked is that we just got one here about 10 minutes away from me, so I was wondering if I ship stuff there, how quick would it go actually live?
Yeah, it just depends if they actually ship out of there also. So I mean, it kind of depends on what kind of facility it is.
Now this one's pretty big, and this is like huge. I don't know if that's the same way yours is, but
I'm not sure. I've never been to it, so I mean,
okay.
If it's that big, it may be one that they actually do the orders out of, which would be awesome for you if that was the case.
Right. That's cool.
Do you clump it together, like where you pay extra to send it all to just one facility? I know I would be shipping out like 4 boxes when I shipped out orders, because they tell you. So I don't know if you know, Chris, but with FBA, they could tell you to ship your stuff to like 5 different warehouses, but you have to pay extra to get it to go only to one warehouse.
Oh yeah.
So you pay extra to get that?
I've never done it because even before this warehouse was built, most of mine went to Illinois, which is one state over. And like, I've never been in the predicament where it's going all over the country. Like normally if I'm doing like a big shipment, there'll be like 3 things going somewhere else. And so I'll just cancel that shipment. And then the next day I'll do a new one and it'll go where I want it to go. So I've never really had to pay to make that happen. But if you're sending in lots of stuff and it's continually going to 15 different warehouses, then I mean, that's definitely worth the price, I think.
Yeah, mine was going to like 4 to 5 almost every time I shipped, and I ended up just paying the extra to get it to go to
you there.
Blind Hussy wants to know who we like to watch on YouTube in the reseller business. I don't think I've ever hid my favorite. I love watching Matt over at Part Time Pickers. He's definitely my number one because he likes to pick different random stuff, and I do as well. And like as far as the new stuff, I watch these 3 guys with me every video that they put out. And lately I've been watching a lot of Colton over at Redneck Resale. I love watching him, and Dapper Tiger's got some great stuff coming out too. Sam's more upbeat too. I'm kind of like low key, so I like watching a little more energy, and like Anthony's stuff that's so creative that I'm envious of, and I tell him because I could never come up with that. But I think that's my main ones. I do watch a lot of other people. Most of them are in the chat. I don't know if Jennifer Hayes is in, but you guys feel free if you are a mod to drop your channel. I don't mind since there aren't 3 dots where people can sub to you. So everybody can check everybody else out.
I mean, for me, I would have to say, I think the person that changed my skills is Cincinnati Picker. But I'll be honest, since I've started making videos, I've kind of weaned myself off of like the bigger channels, and I'm more watching, more of the quote unquote smaller channels now. And of course, you kind of tune in every once in a while to the guys that are up there. But yeah, I think mostly, I'm kind of just watching everyone that's like trying to build their following in the community right now. So that's what I'm really big on. A lot of lives going on too. So it's always easy to catch a live, at any point of the day.
For me, it's the usual. Like everyone on this panel right here, I'm watching. I'm kind of a fanboy to Froggy, so I apologize. I'm a little nervous right now. This is crazy for me. This is a dream. This is a dream come true. But yeah, I've been trying to, like, he's in the chat right now. Carolina Hustler. I like watching him I want to learn more about golf clubs and stuff. He's the one that's coming up. Kevin Commonwealth. He's been my biggest watcher of YouTube channels because I've learned so much from him. Matt at Part-Time Pickers, things like that. And whether you have 1 subscriber or 100,000, everyone can teach something to somebody else. So it's always about, kind of just never know. Just find somebody out there and just start watching their stuff. You just never know what you're going to find and what you're going to learn. I mean, just kind of learn from everybody. And that's why YouTube being free, man, I mean, everybody works so hard on their videos and things like that. And, you can learn something from everybody. Who you watching, Froggy?
Well, I mean, all you guys, obviously. But I don't know. I guess the people that I would never miss would be like Cincinnati Picker. I watch every Part-Time Pickers video. A lot of Josh. I really enjoy a lot of Josh. Harry Tornado, I enjoy. But yeah, I mean, like, I've been watching like a lot of the smaller channels too. A lot of the newer people like Dapper Tiger. Sam is awesome. There's this newer channel called Midwest Bargains. Jacob.
Jacob's awesome.
I'm really enjoying his stuff. So, I mean, there's probably hundreds. I can never name them all, but those are the ones that seem to pop up daily for me. Garage Flips.
Yeah, I think like I know Colton, like, he's posting daily, so I'm watching, and they're not like too super long. So I try and watch as much as I can. I listen more when I'm driving to work, and I've been getting called off work, so that kind of lessens like my 2 hours that I listen. Yeah, Nana's saying it's hard to keep up. It really is. There's so many good channels right now. There's so many new channels coming up that it's super hard to watch everybody. Oh, and I can't forget, I got to give Tommy a shout out. If you guys like late night just hanging around talking, Tommy Bernhard is amazing, and him and Tracy, which is uniquely you. I think both of them are in there. I love their show. So I'm on their chats at night if I'm up hanging out with them.
Tommy and Tracy, what up?
So Mike's Wheelchair City Stud just popped in, so I am going to go ahead and I'll pop off this. He's asking who you guys are. I do have all 3 guys' channel links in the description of this video if you're not familiar with them. But Flip with Chris is the one that's next to me. And do you guys want to reintroduce? Because we're up to almost 60 people in chat, and I know we introduced earlier. If you guys want to just a little short introduction again.
Sure. My name's Chris. I'm a part-time reseller in Georgia, and I've been doing this full bore since November. I have a YouTube channel the same name and Instagram the same name.
Yeah. Calvin, the Kelly Hustle. YouTube, Instagram, all social media, the Kelly Hustle. Been reselling for a little over a year now, going on a year and a half. And that's pretty much it.
He can dance too.
Yeah. Where Joey at?
Joey's in there.
Joey doesn't want it.
Oh, dance off. All right.
My name's Anthony. I'm a reseller, pretty much off and on for the past 15 years, since about 2004, 2005. I have a YouTube channel called Froggy Flips. Try to have a little fun there, so definitely check it out if you're bored. But yeah, sell pretty much everywhere, mostly Amazon FBA. But I mean, I've been on eBay since probably 2004, like I said. So yeah, just I enjoy buying cheap junk and selling it for a profit.
Yes, that is like the goal. Buy cheap junk and sell it for hundreds of dollars.
It's so simple.
That is the ultimate goal.
Can I answer that question?
You can. That's why I put it up there so I don't forget.
Yeah. I am in northern Iowa, John Carlson. I'm in northern Iowa. The middle of nowhere.
Sharon wants to know, have you ever sold an item you couldn't find in your inventory? I have sold 2 this week that I could not find in my inventory. One of them I found. It was in a bin. I didn't know where it was at. And it was actually on Poshmark, so I didn't get dinged for late shipping. I just had to hunt. I just skipped it for the day because I couldn't spend any more time looking for it. And the other one, I actually messaged the buyer. I had the item in a different color, luckily, and they were totally fine with it. I've been exceptionally lucky with super nice buyers on eBay lately for, like, I don't know if you guys are having it. I'm having extremely delayed shipping lately. And I actually, like, I just got a letter. My giant Fozzie was lost, and it was $195 sale. So USPS is paying me $150 for that. The check should be here any day. And the buyers have been super understanding. So Sharon, I know a lot of people like to drop ship. I have not used that option. Like, if you sell something, you could find another seller that has that, and you could buy it from them and drop ship like people do. I know from me all the time. Or you're going to have to message them and take it. But if you don't have many items listed on eBay and you cancel too many orders for being out of stock, eBay is going to limit your account. So just be aware of that.
I have not yet. Hopefully it doesn't happen. But I did almost last week. I had a Nintendo DS game, no case or nothing. So I literally had it wrapped up in paper, and I put it in like a little storage container. And it took me like hours to look for it and find it. I ended up moving around my whole basement and doing all that stuff until my wife came down, and she found it like as soon as she got down there. So she usually finds everything pretty quick. But no, I haven't sold anything that I couldn't find. Not yet.
I actually had one today. Somebody asked me about a question about one of my items that I had listed in my actives, and I went to go look at it to answer the question, and I can't find it anywhere. I don't know where it's at. So what I told the guy who asked the question was like, well, what I did was I took it off the listing, and when I find out the answer, I'll get back to you, which means I'll never get back to you. I don't know where it's at. It's crazy. I really have no clue. Probably Emmy took it somewhere. I don't even know. I wonder if it's in the toy somewhere.
I actually never have, somehow, knock on wood. I came close one time about 3 years ago. There was an item that I had just listed that day, and I spent probably 3 hours looking for it. And it was just, I think I set it on top of a box of, like a shipping box or something, but somehow, no, I never have.
I knocked 2 for you.
Well, I mean,
it's
after watching your soy pod video, I mean, your organization is impeccable. When I looked through your,
I don't know about that.
Oh,
do you still have the Oster ice maker? Has that been sold yet? Or
I do still have that. I remember when I bought that. That was like 4 years ago, and I looked it up, and like there was a comp, like a recent comp that had just happened for like $80 or something, and that comp never happened again.
Was that for a lot of 10 of them, or
no, it was just one, but I mean, it was probably money laundering or something. I don't know. Who knows? Someone laundering $80.
I want to say real quick, Laura said she has a package missing in Miami for 2 weeks. Laura, file a USPS claim. If it is lost for 2 weeks, they have to pay you the value of the item plus the postage. File it now.
Yep.
You can message me on Instagram. I'll help you. But if something's missing for 2 weeks, it's not going to be found by the post office.
Hey, I got to give a quick shout out. My bro, Eric, is in the chat. He was my manager at Verizon. We started on eBay a little over a year ago. So he's tuned in to us. What's up, bro?
Hi, Eric. Anthony, you have a question about your so popular branded, like everybody loves it. I couldn't find my Froggy Flip shirt. I'm not going to lie. I thought about it, but it's in like a laundry basket somewhere.
I haven't taken mine off.
Yeah. Chris is on the payroll.
Yes.
Chris is like your advertising manager.
He's my billboard.
Marketing.
No, we've not made the hats yet. We've been doing some designs, Sarah and I. Hopefully this week sometime we'll at least have one of them made up and see, and like maybe a few other designs to kind of see what we're gonna go with. I don't know, like maybe we'll do like a vote or something. But yeah, people are pretty excited about the hats, which is kind of nice. So hopefully we'll have something for you this week to show you.
Yeah, there were like, what, 20 or something in that box that he sent you? There were quite a few.
There was like 17, like 3 of most color, but then that black and green color, there was like 5 of those. So
the one that's awesome with the green stitching.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten tons of like even like Instagram messages about people like there's no way that I have enough of those hats to go around to the people that want that exact hat. So I'm probably just gonna have to order some more of those and make that a bigger run or something, because it probably was the coolest one, I think.
I liked it. Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
Hey, Kat, did you see the question from Colton at Rednet Resale?
I did not.
He says, question, will each of you name your favorite type of item to sell?
So mine has changed lately. Honestly, I like the china and the pottery. Like, I'm learning more about it. It's like most of it's labeled, and I'm turning $1 into 20, sometimes $1 into like 60 or 70 bucks. And I mean, it is harder to ship, but like I just Tim at Over the Years has like an amazing packing video that him and Ma Dukes do, and I watch that. And I like, they do like paper, little bubble wrap, big bubble wrap, and peanuts or newspaper. And I have not had any of my pottery, now I have to knock on wood, arrive broken. So that's kind of been my favorite lately. The hard thing is storing all of that, like, because you can't really stack up. I mean, I can stack plates, but I can't stack bowls and pitchers and teapots. So I need more shelves.
I'm about to get you with that. I see a lot of stuff like that with China lots on Shop Goodwill, but what's happened to me, I'm not pulling the trigger on it is due to the shipping part of it. I'll have to get with you on that, but what video that was, because I want to see that.
I'm scared to buy from them because I like, at least China. I've never bought China from Shop Goodwill because I bought, like, I don't know if you remember, like I bought that expensive statue and it arrived in pieces. So I do not have much faith in their packing abilities. They cannot break jewelry. I mean, they probably could, but you know, they throw it in a bag in a box. They're not going to break that. So, I mean, I've bought a few breakables, but the China I look at and I'm just like, oh, like, I don't know if I'd trust them to ship it. A lot of it, be careful, Chris, if you look at the big lots of China on Shop Goodwill, a lot of them are local pickup only. So I'll do all this research and then I go to calculate shipping and it says local pickup only.
Yeah. My favorite thing, and if y'all have ever watched this live show before, is I love selling hats. That's my go-to. I just actually picked up another 75 a minute ago, not too long ago, on a couple private deals, because they're just easy to ship. They're easy to list. They're easy to take pictures with, and all. Yeah, there you go. That's it. 8x8x8. If it wasn't hats, it's going to be GameCube games, Nintendo GameCube. Love those. I love doing those. They're a lot of money to be made in them if you can find them.
Yeah.
Oh, I found it. Okay, Calvin, what's your favorite?
Yeah, for me, I mean, hell, right now it's games, but typically shoes. I mean, I love finding shoes and selling shoes. So, they're easy to ship, easy to take pictures of, and they're usually, a consistent profit across the board. Some are going to get you more, but I mean, usually you can make about, $20 to $25 on shoes. I mean, obviously it's going to depend on which one, but most of the shoes I get from my local thrift are $350, so the margins are pretty damn good. And of course, if you come across shoes at garage sales, I mean, get them for $1, $2, But yeah, shoes all day long.
For me, I would say, well, I mean, for years I've said blank media, but honestly, the bottom's kind of fallen out there. So, probably a real answer nowadays would be just small electronics like calculators, Walkmans, just the kind of small stuff that you'd find, like on a thrift store shelf, graphing calculators, CD players, things that tend to normally be underpriced like that, but there's still a market out there. I mean, I do still like blank media though, blank cassettes and stuff like that. But
I got a couple today, but what sucks, and so look, these are in a camera bag, so I bought like a camera off of a estate sale, but there's only the two, and they sell for like $2 or $3 or something. Like,
I think
there's
Sony's.
I would hold on to them until and if you come across like a camcorder or something, just bundle it.
Yeah. You see Dana's question for you, Anthony?
I need a Froggy Flip shirt. Are they still for sale? froggyflips.bigcartel.com is where you can find them at. Thank you, Dana.
So Richard wants to know how we would handle a buyer that buys an item and asks to pay in a couple of days. So I am not nice when it comes to this, because don't buy something if you don't have the money. Do not, just don't. I tell them, if they've already bought it, I tell them that I have automatic non-paying bidder at 48 hours that's going to file. That's a setting in my store. I'm sorry, I can't help that, even though I could help that, but I'm not going to. And if they ask me before they purchase it, I tell them they are more than welcome to purchase it when they have the money to do so. And I let them know my 48-hour payment. Kind of a rule then. I don't play, like, if you don't pay, like, because then that item is out of your store. Yeah. They might not pay for a week or two or ever, and you're losing all of these buyers that could have bought your item and paid for it. Yeah. So I don't care what story they give me. Like, I don't go shopping at the grocery store when I don't have money. Like, don't buy my stuff if you can't pay.
True. Yeah, I actually, because I appreciate when they're communicating and saying, hey, I can't pay, rather than someone buying something and then you just don't hear anything from them and then it waits. So yeah, it's annoying even when they do communicate, but I'm a little more forgiving when they do say, hey, I get paid on Wednesday, you mind if I pay on Wednesday? I usually just say, yeah, it's fine, because I appreciate the communication part of it. But yeah, it does suck, but it really sucks when they don't communicate and then you have to wait like 6 days to cancel the case and get your money back and all that stuff. So
because Calvin is nicer than Kat. That's why. Mm-hmm. But it's a business for me. It's a business. If you can't pay, don't buy it. Like,
no, I feel you.
Calvin's too small. But I mean, that's okay if you're willing to wait. I mean, and I do wait. Even when a non-paying bidder automatically opens at 48 hours on eBay, that case still doesn't close for 5 days. So even if they have a case open against them, it's going to take 3 more days to close. So they actually have 5 days to pay before my item would get relisted. So yeah, I don't tell them that, but they have 5 days.
Depending on.
I used to be the same way as Calvin. I was giving the people the benefit of the doubt. Then I was selling a Coleman lantern, and I'm not joking you. I went through 4 separate buyers, and it was out of my store. I mean, this went back to back to back on 4 separate buyers that never paid. And I actually talked to Kevin at Commonwealth about this because he's big into Coleman lanterns and stuff. And I was asking him questions about it and things like that. He said, just do immediate pay across the board. So I went and just did immediate pay. And I ain't dealing with that crap again. And I ain't seeing kind of slow sales because of that or anything like that. I mean, it's just immediate pay. If you want something, pay for it. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, I don't understand.
I have debated on turning that option on though.
And it hadn't affected me at all. I ain't got to worry about it. I don't have to worry about. I was so angry that 4 separate times back to back on that one item got stuck waiting for payment back to back. I was like, dude, I just want to sell this thing. And it's finally gone. It's gone now. But it was just a pain.
Yeah. I tend to handle it like exactly like Kat. Tell them that I can't control the 2-day thing, that it's going to start a case. And even like with offers and stuff, like if someone sends a best offer, I tend to message them, like if it's worth enough, like smaller items, I don't care. But like if it's a more expensive item and they send an offer, I tend to tell them that I will change the price to that offer and put immediate payment just so they actually have to buy it right then, just because I don't want to wait around for the money. I don't have time for that. So yeah, I'm kind of like
everything's going too fast. So the flipping accountant asked why I don't do Lele. But anyways, so here's the issue with mine. I do best offer on everything because I think it helps bump my listings in the eBay algorithm. And when they make a best offer, you can't make them pay. I haven't had, honestly, but maybe like 1 or 2 in the last 2 months that haven't paid. It hasn't been that bad. But like back in January, I was getting quite a few of them, but you can't really control that. That's kind of like the return situation. You'll have none for months and then 8 in 2 days. Like you can't control it. Richard's asking us to have you increase the volume on your mic, Anthony. And Nana, my sound is because of my crappy internet. So I cannot fix that unless I move. So I apologize for that, everybody.
Check. Is that better? Check. All right. Just let me know. Check.
What'd you do today, Froggy?
What did I do today?
Yeah.
What did I do today? My 3-year-old son got a new bed. So it was moving the toddler bed out of his room and putting that in my daughter's room and building the new bed and
nice
and all that stuff. It was all supposed to be like next month because it was through Amazon. So I thought I had a month to do all this, and then I was going to shut up on the front doorstep because they're just under promising and over delivering. So
yep.
So yeah.
If I miss any questions, guys, please drop them back in the chat because the chat's going really fast. So I'm trying to keep up with it, but it's a little fast. I see a lot of comments about the best offer. So yeah, if you take offers, there's no way to make the buyer pay immediately, because if you accept their offer, it doesn't lock in, which is one of the crappy things about eBay. Like Poshmark and Mercari both hold the buyer's funds until you either accept or decline the offer. So I do like those platforms a little better for that. But they're so slow for me. I know a lot of people do really good on Posh and Mercari. I have I'd say an average of 5 sales a week on both. Like tomorrow, I think I have 1 going out on each. So they're not big enough for me to stop doing eBay. Like I'll deal with people not paying when I have 150 orders a week. If 2 don't pay, whatever, I'll get over it.
I saw one question for Froggy about do you like Shopify versus Big Cartel?
I have no experience with Shopify whatsoever, but I do know that Big Cartel is super easy to use.
Yeah.
And shipping is awesome because Pirate Ship can pull everything right in, like it just imports everything from Big Cartel right into Pirate Ship, and it's just super easy to ship from there. So I
don't even know what that is.
Big
Can
Cartel?
You tell me what that is? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a little e-commerce store builder. I pay like $10 a month, and I can post items. Look, I think for $10 a month, I can post up to like 25 items or something. Like,
so that's what your shirts and hat and stuff are on,
right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
I know like Garage Flips uses one for like the knives he sells and stuff like that. But yeah, it's, if you don't want to go through eBay to sell like your personal stuff, I highly recommend Big Cartel. It's pretty awesome. It's
okay.
cheap.
Hey, Froggy, do you have your own custom domain, or do you have at Big Cartel at the end of it?
Yeah, it's froggyflips.bigcartel.com. I thought about buying just the .com or .store.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just haven't looked into it yet, but I
yeah,
probably should. It'd be a little easier to direct people.
Yeah,
now, could you just like
$10
put could you just put the Big Cartel site on like froggyflips.com, where it would like just go to that if you buy the name, if you buy the domain name?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like I think Garage Flips is garageflips.store, and that takes you to his Big Cartel store. So pretty awesome.
Question. Ooh. Can I answer that, Kat?
Yeah, Calvin, quit. Calvin thinks I'm cool. Do you see his whiteboard behind him? Do you see it? And he's asking me. Yes, Calvin, you answer the question.
I mean, my highest ticket item so far has been $10, sold for $250. That was on some vintage Chuck Taylors, and right by that is a DVD VCR combo. I think it was a Magnavox, and I bought that for $250 at a live auction, and it sold for $199. So
yeah, that's an awesome one. I got a couple. I don't know if you guys remember. I think it was when I first started my channel. I got like 3 DVD VCR combos and a camcorder for $1 each. This guy's like, everything's $1. Everything's $1. And like, I think one of the DVD VCR went for like 100, and overnight the camcorder went for 150, all from $1. And it was somebody who does estate sales, and he was just over the stuff. He's like, everything's $1, like the whole yard. I probably should have spent more time there, but I just went straight for the electronics. Yeah.
Well, that was the thing about the soy pod video that I have to thank you again for, Froggy, because that got my button gear on 3 VCR combos I had that I had not, for some reason, I had not listed. And after I did that video, I went and listed them, and they all sold in within 48 hours.
Yeah,
and I was just being lazy. But that was like 200 in sales right there on just doing that. So the check's in the mail, man. The check is in the mail.
But they are a pain to, they're a pain to test. They're
a pain to
make look good in pictures. I think
I don't even test them though. I don't put like, okay, I'm going against the grain. I don't test the DVD VCRs. Like I don't put that they're tested. I don't put that they're not tested. I just list them as what they are, and I've never had one return, and we're knocking on a lot of wood.
Knock on a lot of wood. Knock on a lot of wood.
Oh.
Cat's got a 25% return rate. She lost her bestseller rating.
Listen, no. Pineapple Picker wants to know. I like saying that, Pineapple Picker. Pineapple Picker wants to know, if we purchased liquidation lots, how did they go? Would you do it again?
For me, I don't do it. I like to cherry pick, and I like to take certain items and buy a bulk of those. I don't like to go buy, I just don't have the room. So for me, I don't have like a shed or anything like that. I just have like a little room that's off my playroom that I keep everything about as organized as I can to put as much as I can in it. So for me, I just stick to things that I know they'll sell fast, and if I can find it in bulk, then I'll buy that. But it's very hard to find that anyway. But that's just my business model at the moment.
I have not. Definitely looking into something like that in the future. But I think before I do a liquidation pallet, I'd do a storage auction. I think a storage auction a little bit. I don't know. I guess a little more cherry picking. I don't know. But I think that would be the move for me, is the storage auction.
I never have. I've always just kind of enjoyed the treasure hunt aspect of it, but I mean, honestly, especially now, it's probably not a bad idea to try to do something like that. So I can't say that I won't do it, but up until now, I haven't.
So I have done it multiple times, and that's actually like kind of what started me into like this go round of reselling, was buying liquidation pallets, because I think that was like the thing early last year. Everybody was doing it. Pallets were everywhere, and I haven't bought a pallet in over 4 months. I bought my pallet from the medical auction, but as far as liquidation lots go, I would say you're taking a gamble. It's like you're playing craps, because you're gonna either probably hit big or you're gonna lose big. So it's almost like taking money to a casino. Be prepared to lose everything you put in. And like with my QVC pallet, which is the last pallet I got, that was almost $3,000. So you can get cheaper pallets for like $400 and $500, but I will tell you, you're going to get what you pay for. I found the higher dollar items straight from like QVC or Macy's. I got store stock, because returns, people are horrible. People will put cheap stuff in expensive boxes, and you're looking at a manifest, or you're looking at all these boxes of this really nice stuff, and it's not there. Or it's completely trashed. So, and I mean, for me, I like the gamble. I really like it. So I'm still like, we went and looked not long ago. They were doing appointment only, like only one person at a time. And I went and looked, and I walked away without anything. So I think in the beginning I would kind of take whatever I saw, and now I know a little better, and I like to see my money. And if I can't see my money, then I don't get it. Bulk has some that are good, but you got to be super careful, because they might say there's like a $500 item on that pallet, and that just happens to be the one thing that's not there, or that somebody put their kids' crayons in that box. You don't know. So I bought from a bunch of different companies, but I would say if you're going to buy it, be prepared to lose whatever you're putting out. Don't buy that. If that's your money, that is your business, that is what you have to do with, like, go out, thrift. And I like finding treasures and hunting too, which is why I haven't bought them. I like my bulk things, but my favorite is definitely sourcing and finding those $1 into $100 items. That's just what I like doing best.
Hey, Kat, I will say, we always talk about, do you have a guy or something like that? So I do have a guy, and he's contacted me. He actually contacted me this morning. He had a couple of pallets of none but white envelopes. And so I'm thinking about buying them. But I saw there was a listing for $47.99. I'm thinking about maybe $45.99 on my white envelopes, and see if I can undercut it a little bit. That's for the chat.
Oh, whoa!
But white envelopes, just cases of them.
A whole bunch of them.
A bunch of them. It'll fill your shed up.
Well, that would take up some space at least. I missed a question. I'm trying to find a question. Nobody likes to pick on Matt or anything.
No. He's the man, dude.
I'm trying, like, oh, Sam said I have the nose candy for sale. If you guys need nasal mist, I can hook you up. Buy the case, the same price, $47.99.
If your nose is dry, call Kat.
Yeah. There was a question, I swear.
How much of that nasal mist
it.
you got left?
What?
I said, how much of the nasal mist do you have left?
I showed it in my video today, so the pellet's like down by like half, I think. The flipping accountant, I don't really get anybody with the price gouging because I don't do a lot of mainstream items. My stuff's more like one-off and like oh, I hear myself going on. My nasal mist, I am cheaper than CVS, so they couldn't say that price gouging.
I haven't had anyone tell me I was too high on prices or anything. When I first started, there was one time on some Ecos, some men's shoes, and they didn't have the insoles, and so the guy was like, "Oh, these insoles are going to cost me $100. You know, you should sell these shoes for me a lot cheaper." And he just kept going back and forth. I blocked him, and then he went off on me after I blocked him. He was like, "What are you talking about? How dare you block me?" And blah blah blah. I'm like, "All right, man. Good luck in your search for the shoes you're looking for."
Hey, Anthony, how many actives do you have on your eBay store?
Not very many right now. I don't even have a store because I wasn't even doing eBay until this happened. I mean, it's just like 3 items at a time until they sell right now. I think I'm going to start leaning towards keeping that more active because obviously Amazon let me down. So I need to be better prepared.
This is showing a lot of people like the reason to not put all your eggs in one basket for sure.
Exactly.
Buffalo Picker saying he's making a lot of cash off liquidation pallets. He has a great channel, guys. And if you can find a really good source and you can find good pallets, you can make good money. I'm not going to lie. I made a lot of money off of pallets. It's just you're taking a chance unless you really know what you're doing. So the first few times you're taking a big chance unless your friend knows a guy and you know that you're going to get something good. But go check out Buffalo Picker. I don't know if somebody can drop the link to his channel. He does a lot of that and does a lot of Amazon and has some good information. So. I see questions.
Calvin, you still seeing things off that one thrift store you go to? The one that are still doing online stuff there?
Yeah, no, they are. I've been looking every day. They haven't. They update. They put a few new items on there every day, but nothing worth buying. But yeah, they usually update it Monday through Friday. So I've been looking, kind of keep my eye open.
That's really cool. They do that. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean,
yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome, man. Like I said, they got it. They got to make money too.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what Colton's talking about? Colton, I haven't had anybody message me on YouTube or anything about reseller boxes. That or my mind just like instantly blocked them.
Froggy, it's Tim. Our friend Tim.
Tim or Tom.
He's always commenting on our videos.
No, he's Todd now. Tim changed.
It's Tom. It's Tom and Tim.
No, he's Todd now.
Yeah,
I don't know. He's got like 1 million subscribers, so I don't know. He's doing something right.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Better than me.
He just needs those 4,000 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of content is he putting out?
He's got 1 million subscribers, but he's not monetized. Yeah, that's sad.
Oh my gosh.
That is
Richard, I'm going to try and talk slow. I don't have sound issues. I have internet issues, and unless I move, I cannot fix that. But I might try and move by the window next week and set up my laptop by the window, because when I upload my videos, it only takes an hour by the window, and it takes 8 hours where I'm sitting right now. So maybe I'll have better sound and signal by the window. I'm really sorry.
Is his name's Tom now? Is it MySpace Tom?
It's the same profile pic as Tim.
It's the same profile.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember my MySpace password.
I know Matt was doing this a lot with the Nextdoor app. I don't really have many neighbors. Flips finds fun is asking if anybody's bought from neighbors or friends. I have had a really good friend, Pepper, who has given me a lot of stuff that she just couldn't sell locally. So I've been very lucky to get stuff. I've sold some jeans for $30 this week that she gave me free. She gave me a bunch of cool like 1970s Elvis magazines. So I do have friends that give me stuff because they know I resell. But have you guys used Nextdoor? Chris, didn't you say you did Nextdoor? No?
I did. I've had a couple of hits off of it. Nothing's really transpired from it, but I'm always hitting up the Facebook Marketplace a lot. That's been probably the biggest my honey hole here lately is the Marketplace. But I keep putting ads up. They keep getting reviewed after a week or so, and then I just kind of redo it. But I haven't really got anything off that Nextdoor app.
Yeah, I'm kind of like you, Kat. I don't have a lot of people near me, so there's just not many people on those apps. And then, Chris, kind of like with Facebook Marketplace, man. I've noticed if I look like right before I go to bed, and I go to bed late, so if I look right before I go to bed, someone's putting up like new listings, you can hop in on it right away, or like first thing in the morning.
Yep.
Because if you wait till the middle of the day, like everyone's gonna be seeing it, and you ain't gonna find no deals.
And I'll create alerts and stuff like that within it on certain keywords. I know, Frog, you've had a lot of success lately with the Marketplace, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was especially like when the webcam thing was hot. It might still be, but I've kind of wiped out. So I've kind of stopped looking for them. But yeah, I mean, I was having all kinds of luck on Marketplace, getting webcams and popping those on Amazon and doing like merchant fulfilled, selling them that day. So yeah, that was pretty awesome. But now you got to be cleaner, so like you have to sanitize all that stuff and everything. So I get worried.
Are you guys have your like thrift stores opened up again? I know some people have said like theirs are opening up. No, mine aren't opening here in Florida. I think Florida's closed. Florida's closed until May.
Yeah, mine. They're doing like a soft opening on certain businesses. Like even they put bowling as one. I'm not even sure. I mean, I didn't know Georgia was a big bowling state, but we're opening up our bowling alleys. But I haven't seen anything about thrift stores. But I don't know. I'm not sure if I'd go even if they did right now.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to start doing stuff on like May 1 here, but it's supposed to be rolling opens like Chris was talking about. I doubt thrift stores will be in that first run, but we'll see.
I know that it's kind of like for everybody who's so used to thrift stores, this is like a big thing, but like that's like my last go-to. So for me, I'm still like kind of business as usual, because I'm used to like buying on the auction site. It's kind of cool. The one that I went to today, I normally have to get up at 6 a.m. to go to their local auction. And now that it's all online, so I don't have to get up at 6 a.m. and I just schedule my pickup. But for me, it hasn't been that different. And so I don't know if it's going to change. Like, I'm kind of wondering if more people are going to source online now because they're having to do this and, do the auction, or are they going to go like straight back to the thrift stores? What do you guys think?
I think you'd be smart to do both. I think people who are doing just one, like strictly thrift stores or like strictly garage sales or, strictly online, especially when things start to open back up again, people are going to like go back to what they were used to. So that might leave more deals for you to find online because people are going to be so antsy to get outdoors. I personally can't wait till garage sales start again. I mean, that's where I get like a bulk of my stuff. Baby. Yeah, garage sales for me are just like, I mean, you can get so much stuff. It's just really dirt cheap. You know, I use thrift stores for in between garage sales. You know, but you're not getting as much stuff at thrift stores.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of scared about how I'm going to react personally because, I mean, I say that I miss thrift stores and all that stuff, but I've never really been a germaphobe. But now, like, I just feel like a super paranoid germaphobe. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to just jump right back into it, honestly, because everything just feels gross outside of my house. It's scared, but I'm sure I'll get over it.
I hide inside all the time anyways. So, and my husband does the grocery shopping. So, and I'm still going to work most of the time. So it hasn't been too much of a change. Oh, I put this, where'd it go? Somebody said Calvin was, where did it go? Oh, here, it's Bill Tackett, Flips to Pay the Bills. Which I chat with him quite a bit. So thank you for coming and hanging out, Bill. I know you got to work tomorrow. I think this is a big lesson for everybody to diversify, not only in sourcing, but in where you're listing. Like, it's just throwing everybody's game off. And I really want to do Etsy, but I'm being a chicken about it. I don't know why, but I do so much jewelry in China. I think it would probably be a good platform for me. But it's the whole, like, something different. I know that sounds crazy because I do 3 platforms already, but something different that I don't know. I don't know the fees. I don't know how long my stuff's going to sit there. Like, I don't know. It's just, I guess, fear of the unknown for me.
Hey, Kat, if I were to, so I have like 283 listings. If I were to sign up for List Perfectly right now, would it carry over all those current listings, or does it start when you put a new listing up?
So for List Perfectly, in order to cross post, you have to select it and click what platforms you want to cross post to. So like this morning, I listed a bunch of jewelry last night. So I cross posted them all to Mercari and Poshmark because jewelry does okay on both those platforms. Yeah. But you select what you want and then you hit copy to, and then you pick, like, they have Grail, they have Etsy. And then you just copy it over. So you could do it on whatever. You have to do it. Like, List Perfectly doesn't automatically move your stuff over for you. Yeah. But you're gonna have to choose the shipping. So with List Perfectly, like, the title's shorter on Mercari and Poshmark if you don't sell in there already. So your title is gonna get chopped off. So you better make sure it makes sense. Because it's like half of what eBay gives you. And then you got to put, like, your shipping, your weight, and your price. That doesn't get copied over. I think you can pay more for a higher level, but I just put all that stuff in myself.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, man, get me in trouble.
Sorry, I found a baby.
Yeah, my wife said you're giving her baby fever, man. You're getting me in trouble.
Sorry, man. I had to go because I heard him crying in the crib, and my wife's with my other one, so they're asleep. So I had to go grab him.
There's for you, Chris.
Yes. Oh, yes. He is the CFO. They get all the money.
Yeah.
Any money that I make, they're getting it. So
hey, Froggy, I was going to ask Froggy a question.
Yeah, go.
Did you get started on Amazon with, like, books? Because whenever I look up something about getting started on Amazon, it's always like, start with books.
No, I mean, I've sold books, but I started with just, like, weird use. Like, I used to watch Resell Rabbit all the time. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Oh yeah.
Like, he started out by, like, just traveling the country, like, buying used stuff and like putting it on Amazon FBA. So I mean, that's I just bought that kind of stuff, like camera chargers and just, you know, dollar crap from like thrift store bins and stuff. And then, like, the occasional book, but I never had a lot of luck with books, so no. But I mean, that is the smart thing to start with if you can find it cheap enough and everything.
So Dale, with List Perfectly, you have to take everything down if something sells. So I am great about if something sells on the other platforms, I take it off on eBay because I know I'll get dinged on eBay if I don't have something. But I am horrible about taking stuff down on Poshmark and Mercari if it sells on eBay because I have so many eBay sales. But who was I talking to? It might have been, I think I was talking to Dapper Tiger about it maybe. Luckily on Poshmark and Mercari, most people make offers. So I'll get an offer and be like, crap, that's sold. And then I just decline the offer and take the listing down. So I don't do that probably the right way, but that's how I do it.
Oh, no, you were telling me that. I remember you told me that.
Yeah. I don't know. Does anybody sell kids clothing? Colton, I have found that is like the worst thing, except I know Bolo Buddies has like a great video about like old Oshkosh, like baby jean jumper things that sell for like over $100. So I might have to check baby clothes for them. But with my son's clothes, when he outgrows them, it was like I couldn't give them away. Like you almost have to lot like 50 pieces. So I haven't tried Kitizen, but I think I have too many eggs in my basket right now. I normally just give the baby's clothes away to somebody.
When I first started, the first couple of things I listed were just some of my like kids' clothes. So I've sold like 1 or 2 t-shirts. The first thing I ever bought that was kids was some baby Nikes. There were some Hirachis, and I got them at Salvation Army for like $4 or $5, and they ended up selling for like 40. But after that, like I don't look for kids' clothes. They don't interest me. Like I don't even pay no mind to them.
There you go. Colton, you need to talk to Nana. Nana says she does great selling kids' clothes. Oh, John Carlson, anything Harley will sell.
Yeah.
Kids or adult, like Harley stuff sells.
I
love Harley stuff.
Like my parents, his grandparents, that all his clothes and all that stuff, they buy everything from eBay. Like everything we get, their clothes, they buy from eBay for some. They love it. Now, as far as me selling it, I don't. And I'll do like Calvin. I'll sell a lot of shoes, like toddler shoes and stuff. Mm-hmm. But man, lotting up kids' clothes. I mean, whew.
Yeah, I just bought the baby like 7 pairs of shoes off Poshmark for $15.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't have wanted to be that seller. They probably got like $10 for 5 pairs of shoes. I haven't seen any kids' clothes around you, Froggy. Do you sell kids' clothes?
No, we buy plenty of them because we have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. But it always seems like we have a relative with a kid that's even younger. It always happens. So given away. But we do buy plenty of them.
Colton says he doesn't do it. He was just wondering. Thanks, Colton, for making us answer that. We have no interest in knowing.
You're in that rabbit hole.
Do you find your sales mostly sell during certain times of the day? Mine are totally random, but they come in spurts. Like if one thing sells, probably 2 more are going to sell. But I haven't noticed like any particular time of the day for my stuff.
It's not so much like for me, it's not so much the time of day, but I always make sure my sales run during times of when people get their paycheck.
Yep.
End of months, first of the month, stuff like that. Fridays. That's when they pick up for sure. But
Trump bucks. Did your sales increase? My sales didn't. When people got the stimulus, I didn't notice any difference. Did you guys notice a pickup?
I mean, I haven't got mine yet. I don't even know if I'm getting it. I don't even know.
I got mine last week.
See, I don't know if my sales are coming. Well, I think it's both because I'm listing a lot of games right now. So I've, obviously those are selling good, but I'm listing. So, I don't know, if it's coming from the time or is it coming from me consistently listing now. So.
Dave, I didn't say that. I would never say that. Just saying. There are quite a few people in here. Dana said, D-Cell said, flipping accountant said they're saying they did notice that sales went up. I got mine like last Wednesday, and I think Johnny, Cajun Roots retailer, told me he saw his like 2 days before because he told me to watch for mine. So did you notice any jump, Anthony, or no?
No, nothing noticeable.
Yeah, mine hasn't been. My sales have kind of lowered back down to my average. The last 3 days I've been right at like 240, 250, which is what I've averaged for like almost like 8 months now. So I was averaging like $500 a day, and it's like dropped back down, but I'm okay with that because I need a little bit of a break from shipping all this stuff. Oh, wow. Kevin said he had $2,000 days in a row.
Jeez.
I'm trying to get it. I can't click on anything. That's how slow my internet is. I can't even grab the comments sometimes. Yeah.
Fire.
That's crazy. I know. Does anybody have any more questions real quick? We're at an hour and 6 minutes. As usual, I work on Wednesdays, so I have to be up at 5 in the morning. And I still got to get my little one to bed. Does anybody have any questions for us before we go? Yes, no? Emily, why are you saying mice? Oh, here, Lieutenant Wheeler. I haven't seen you in here before. Thank you for coming. Lieutenant Wheeler wants to know if we still have healthy death or life piles. I still have quite a bit, and I've been adding to it because that's what I do. I probably will never have. If I don't have a death pile, something is probably wrong with me.
I probably have about 50 items to list, which is pretty good for me.
I still have plenty.
Yeah.
Plus, I have an Oster ice crusher if anyone needs one.
Have y'all seen his soy pie video? He's good. He's good.
I'm doing all right. It's not. I mean, it's low. It's getting low, but I'm not in any danger zone just yet.
I was trying to find it. Oh, real quick, East Kentucky Picker was asking Froggy, what software do you edit your videos on?
I use a program called LumaFusion on the iPad. It works a lot like iMovie or something, but it's just a few more bells and whistles, I guess. I think it's like $20 from the App Store.
Is it $20 like one time, or is it $20 monthly?
$20 lifetime.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not an Apple person. I'm an Android person.
Yep.
Well, I guess we will wrap it up. I appreciate everybody coming. We do still have 55 in here, you guys. The Canadians are live. I don't know if they're on Chris Thrift Beast's channel or Jody Matoma. If anybody knows, can you drop a link? Chris Thrift Beast and I and Jody Matoma and Cliff at Boondock. I am friends with them all, and we overlap on live time every single Tuesday, and we're still friends. So I love the community. But they run 9:30 to 10:30, so we overlap a half hour. So if you guys are bored and want to hang out and chat, definitely head over if you can find them. I should have done my homework and known what channel they were on, but I don't know. So I appreciate you guys coming. We will see you next week, same place, same time. And I'll let the guys say goodbye and let Calvin dance.
Thanks, Froggy, for being on, man.
Thank you for
having me, man. Thanks, Frog.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Ooh.
I'm trying. I promise. We're just going to sit here and look silly.